Alrighty, this is Coast to Coast for Cancer, bringing to you the packing of the saddlebags. We will be filming Tracy as she packs her bags.
Aren't you lucky? So before, I had unpacked part of one of my bags, and we've reevaluated some stuff. Because we're riding the road so much, there's some things that we haven't put in that we will add later. But something that we always carry is the first aid kit. We just added more moleskin to our packs because we were doing a lot of walking this first part. Something else that I keep in there is hot hands. Yeah, I mean, I bought the basic first aid and then I added some stuff like Neosporin, the hot hands and Benadryl, fingernail clippers. It's funny how when you get out on the trail, you start getting those, what are those called?
Hangnails?
Hangnails, yeah. I only get them when I'm out on the trail. So first aid kit, and everything goes into a baggie. Some of them are going to be double bagged because we do get so much rain. First aid book, just in case I forget how to do something. Emergency blankets, I actually pack 2. Something you want to remember on your emergency blankets, even though they say there's no expiration date, you do want to double check them, probably every year, if not every couple of years. So I've got that. So I've got the human first aid kit. I personally also carry the Gatorade as well as emergency. Big fan. Something that I do when I pack my bags is I try to remember which side is which. Dan, on his bags, actually puts on his bags. Sorry, Dan, put in your bags. He marks.
Front side, Trace. Other side. They're on the flaps, which is flipped up.
Up.
Flap. On the front pocket.
Oh, got it.
There you go.
So he actually marks people and horses.
That way, if I can't get to it and somebody else needs to, they can still figure out where the first aid kits are.
I'm not that organized. Or it's not that I'm not that organized, that's not something that I tend to do. But I tend to do pretty much the same thing. People first aid on my right, horse first aid on my left. I've been doing it for years, so kind of works that way. So I'm going to drop these in. Something that we have to remember when we're doing this is weight. So I tend to drop my people first aid into that right side. I'm going to include the Gatorade on that. Now the horse first aid is diaper, maxi pad, Benadine that's already soaked, the sleeves, vet wrap, Shriners, Butte. That goes in. Now I'm also going to put in I've got another Butte and then diaper rash cream. This is that zinc oxide that's about 40%. Remember that you want it to be about 40. These I single bag just because it's not that important if it gets wet.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with Butte, it's basically aspirin for horses, but you should consult the vet and make sure you're familiar with its use before you administer it.
Now I've got the black bags. Something I didn't do on the other side is I'm putting one black bag and one white trash bag at the bottom. And I'll do that on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end with it on top. Kind of protects the bottom. But then I always know that they're there. The next one that I'm going to do is I have all my multiple Ziplocs in a bag. And I'm going to toss those in once I press the air out. I am right-handed. Something that I have to take into consideration for this ride in particular is that I'm carrying a netbook. Something you wouldn't typically carry, so I have to be a little more conscious of which side I put it in. I've been carrying it more on my right side because stuff is softer, including my thermal underwear, which includes top, bottom, socks, sock liners. And then this, actually, I say that, and I'm going to put this on the left side, is going to be bandanas, wool hat, extra pair of socks, extra pair of gloves. I like having a couple pair just in case. These I double bag, so bag it one way. When you're bagging something like that, or if you do, I'll bag it one way so it's up. Then I'll flip it upside down, so the next bag is actually its opposite, and it seems to protect things much better.
We would like to think that Ziploc bags are waterproof, but most of you are probably familiar. You can squeeze all the air out of a Ziploc that you want, and it's still going to fill back up, which means if it'll fill with air, it'll fill with water.
And we just got done with a pretty good rainstorm, which some of my bags actually did. Plastic drop cloth, I think $1 at Walmart, well worth it. Baling twine, I'm putting that on the horse side because if I have to do a quick repair, I know it's going to be on the horse side, as well as extra leather pieces. Pros and cons to leather. I also have the front, these little pieces in front. I've already managed to break a zipper. Yay for me. But on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm putting in, I've got my hoof pick. I also carry essential oils. I carry lavender oil, tea tree oil, and in this one I've also got Rescue Remedy. I also have a lid because there's some stuff that we can do natural for the horses to keep them healthy. So I'm going to stick that, well, it's my day for zippers. I'm going to stick that on the right side.
Alright, in the interest of keeping our upload ability of this video within reason, we're going to stop here and come back with a part 2 that you should watch afterwards.